Welcome to this video on China, the challenges and opportunities. My name is Harun Janedi and I would like to welcome you to Synergy Files. On this channel, we aim to inspire budding engineers for a better, more sustainable world, so please do subscribe to us. Recently, I visited China where I learned new things about the country and witnessed the changes firsthand. Here are some of my observations. The first thing I observed was urbanization. People are moving from rural areas to urban areas in massive numbers. It is estimated that on average 20 million people every year are moving from villages to cities in China. In 1950, only 13% people in China lived in the cities. By 2010, the urban share of the population had grown to 45%. It is projected to reach 60% by the year 2030. Now, 25 of the world's largest 100 cities are in China. This means massive housing development. The construction industry is booming in China. Tall skyscrapers are being built everywhere. To address the huge number of people moving, China has developed a groundbreaking technology with which it has built a 57-story skyscraper in just 19 days. This is done through prefabricated building blocks or panels. See the link in the description for details. Even in smaller cities with population of 2 million or less, dozens of skyscrapers can be seen on the cityscape. The amount of concrete being used in China is astronomical. It is estimated that concrete used in China in the last 3 years is more than what the United States used in the last century. Next in my observation was the car market. Now, China is the biggest car market in the world with over 20 million units sold every year. While on the streets, one can observe not only cars that are locally made but from all corners of the world. From American cars to European, Korean and Japanese cars, all car manufacturers have their product in the market. As of May 2016, there are 130 passenger car brands available in China, which is more choice than any other market in the world. Needless to say that China has got the cheapest cars in the world to the most expensive. The biggest growth has been seen in the electric car market, which grew by 230% in share in 2015. China wants to cut the reliance on imported fossil fuels and therefore is encouraging people to buy electric cars and electric bikes. The third thing that I noted was infrastructure development. It is not just the housing but the intercity highway links, air links and water links that are being developed at a very fast pace in China. It has been reported that China will become the biggest aviation market in the world by 2030. Note that currently USA is the biggest aviation market and almost 1/3 of the flights that take off each day are from the US. There are 218 commercial airports in China and over 4,500 civilian aircrafts. China's top 3 airlines, Air China, China Southern and China Eastern, are already among the world's top 10 carriers in terms of passenger volume. My main observation in China was on renewable energy. Now, China has seen a seismic shift in its renewable energy policy starting from 2014. The country had almost an indifferent, if not negative attitude towards renewable energy a decade ago. In fact, renewable energy was seen as an impediment to China's ambitious plans. However, it has since been realized by Chinese officials that fossil fuels are not the solution. There are two main reasons for this. Firstly, fossil fuels power plants are damaging to the environment, and secondly, reliance on imported fuel causes security issues. In the last 3 years, Chinese carbon emissions have dropped. The share of renewables has increased. China now boasts the largest hydropower plant in the world, the Three Gorges Dam of 22 gigawatt capacity, and the largest wind farm in the world, Gansu Wind Farm, also 22 gigawatt capacity. And compared to this, no other power plant, including fossil fuel power plant, is bigger than 6 gigawatt. China is also producing more than 65% of the solar panels of the world. So what are the challenges and the opportunities for China? Well, China needs to find ways to incorporate sustainability in every facet of development at the onset of the projects. For example, the new buildings which are being built in massive numbers can include solar panels in the fabric of the building at the design phase. Retrofitting them later would be too costly. Likewise, China has been trying to develop a conventional passenger aircraft of its own with little success. However, the world is now looking towards electric aviation. China has a golden opportunity to put its stamp on this new technology as the field is open. A passenger aircraft that uses electricity rather than fossil fuels is something that the world market is eager for, and China can cash in on the opportunity. It has a great advantage in that the bulk of the lithium-ion batteries are made in the country. Lastly, China needs to upgrade its electric charging point infrastructure. Although there are more electric cars in China than any other country in the world, but it still needs to increase the number of charging points per unit area to facilitate the growth further. And with this, the video on China, the challenges and opportunities is concluded. Please do like the video if you learned from it. Comment for feedback. Thank you for your attention.